Hello, I'm a student EDM 310, and I will be doing an overview of a book that I have read. And one of the books is about Because of the Kids. Because of the Kids is a book that is it's just a great book. It's really more based on teachers, and the two teachers that the characters that is in this book is Karen and Jennifer. Jennifer was a diverse teacher and she taught diverse students. Karen was not, and she was not teaching students that were of a diverse culture. So Karen were using teaching methods, and the students were excelling at the school that she was teaching at. They were excelling, making good grades, and her teacher methods were really great as she thought. So she decided that, okay, I use these same teaching methods at a school that is making lower scores. So she just thought that those teaching methods would work, but it did not. So in this book, it teaches students that using the same teacher methods on different students or even at different schools, it's not really all the time, it will not work the same. So Jennifer, as in story, teaching at the diverse school, helped Karen to become more as a teacher who could relate to a diverse society, and it's just a great book. So the next thing I had to do was a discussion of my favorite teacher. So to me, my favorite teacher is Miss Carson. She's one of my music teachers. She taught very well. She taught us as students very well, and we learned a lot in her classroom. And one of the things that she also is that you never say can't. And because of that, we were able to excel and be confident in what we did in her classroom, and it was just a great experience. She taught morals, different things about life, and she never gave up on the students, even though sometimes they were like, oh, I'm just so tired of this lesson plan and it's a lot of work and all that. But she never gave up, and she made sure that we understood and knew what she was talking about. And if one method did not work, she went to figure out or thought about it to try and find another method that would work on a particular individual student. One of the third things that I was supposed to do is discuss why I want to be a teacher. Well, I want to help students to learn and be lifelong learners, not just learn one thing and and forget it the next week, but to learn it to where they know it throughout adult life. I want to help students to be more motivated, more confident about doing things, especially excelling in their classes and things like that. The next thing I was supposed to do was to read a children's book while showing the pictures to a child far away. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm at home and I don't have Smartboard with me, I'm going to read a book while kids in the background sit and be quiet. And the pictures are on the little screen here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to turn my camera around so they can see how it looks. And this is who did Patrick's homework. So okay, so I'm going to read this book here. and it talks about who did Patrick's homework. Let me just turn my camera around. Who did Patrick's homework? By Carol Moore. Who did Patrick's homework? Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played baseball and basketball and Nintendo instead. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it's true. Sometimes he did feel like a ding-a-ling. But what could he do? He hated homework. Then on St. Patrick's Day, his cat was playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat, much like a witch's. He yelled, Save me! Don't give me back to that cat. I'll grant you a wish. I promise you that. Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. He was the answer to all of his problems, so he said, Only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester. That's 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in a hamper. He kicked his legs and doubled his fists, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Oh, am I cursed, but I'll do it. And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. The elf didn't always know what to do, and he needed help. Help me, he'd say. And Patrick would have to help him in whatever way. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Give me a dictionary. No. What's even better, look up the word and sound it out by each letter. When it came to math, Patrick was out of luck. What are times tables? The elf shrieked. We elves never need that. And addition and subtraction and division and fractions. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. Elves know nothing of human history. To them it's a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books. More and more books. And you can help me read them too. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever and was it a drag. He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and bleary. Finally, the last day of school arrived and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more, so he quietly and slyly slipped out the back door. Patrick got his A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. And his parents, they wondered what happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid, cleaned his room, did his chores. Was cheerful, never rude, like he hadn't developed a whole new attitude. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he made that tiny man do all his homework. But I'll show you a secret. Just between you and me, it wasn't an elf. Patrick had done it himself. So, I hope you like my video, and thanks for watching.